Good morning and happy Easter. I am so happy to be with you today. It's a bit spontaneous episode of the Happiness is Real morning show, but I just really wanted to jump on and share key learnings that I have experienced when meditating over the last 6 months. So welcome to the Happiness is Real morning show, where I focus on meditation and the power of it. I'm your host, Camilla Calberg. I'm the founder of Calberg Coaching and transformational coach. This episode is brought to you by Calberg Coaching, where we help executives thrive on the other side of divorce, or thrive before, during, and after divorce, and create an even better life on the other side of divorce. To learn more about me and book a discovery conversation, go to www.calbergcoaching.com. And with this, let's dive into today's episode. And actually, before, I have two important announcements I want to share with you. One, the first announcement. I have a few openings for a laser coaching intensive session next week. I've opened my calendar because I want to help as many people as possible to thrive. And I've been in this toxic situation before where, and I will say, I cannot even use the word, but I will say that I've been in the situation where holiday was not really a holiday. And I know what inner peace is not, but I also know when you're in a situation where you haven't found peace, where you're even divorced, or you're in this relationship that doesn't serve you. I've been there. I broke up my relationship during Easter. I know how painful it is, and that's why I'm opening up my calendar for a few laser coaching intensive sessions, 2 hours with a 30 minutes follow-up. So if you want to do a deep dive and just find out, okay, what you need to work on now and what you get to work on now, DM me right now, today, and we will find time in the calendar. So that's the first announcement, and I'm so looking forward to helping you thrive, because that's the entire purpose of what I do. And announcement number two, and this I'm thriving and as well on this. Happiness is Real is an important morning show because we help people thrive before, during, and after divorce, and create a better life on the other side of divorce, because happiness is real. And I'm teaming up. I'm doing a lot of partnerships behind the scene. My team is doing a lot of partnerships behind the scene, because when you're divorcing is just a process. But when you're going through divorce, when you are going into the state of co-parenting, right? Does it work? Is it co-creation, or is it not co-creation? How do you do that? How do you navigate in that space? Also, if you are before going through a divorce, how does that affect your performance in your executive role? Are you aware of how it actually affects you? I was not aware. I was running my own advisory business. But luckily, I teamed up with a coach long before. So I built my awareness, and I got to understand how a relationship that doesn't serve you, how that affects you mentally, psychologically, physically, and from a broader perspective also, your performance. And so you actually may put your career at risk, maybe not your career, but your current job. So my outreach to you, if you're a child psychologist, if you are a private banker, because I know stories where money has been frozen when they've gone through divorce and they haven't secured their own money before going through the divorce or filed for divorce. If you're a career advisor, if you are a headhunter, and you want to be a featured guest, if you want to share what you experience when you have for an interview and you can feel something is not really as it should be, how does that person show up? What is your best advice? Let's team up and let's redefine what divorce is, and let's redefine that actually you can thrive before, during, and after divorce, as long as you get the right help, the right tools, and as long as you're willing and you're committed to increase your awareness. So with that invitation, if you want to be a featured guest, direct me, and my team will reach out to you. And remember, the later coaching sessions, they're open next week if you want to. It is neat for finding out what is your right next step. All right. So with these two announcements, let's dive into the meditation and the power of it. And I was thinking, I was waking up this morning. I said, hey, I haven't been on here for a short while, and I really want to share what's going on. The other day, I shared that I meditate every morning, and often my daughter comes down to me with her duvet. The dog is also almost every day next to me when I meditate downstairs. And it's a really powerful tool to meditate. And I got so much feedback, and thank you so much. And I also know that I encourage some of you to meditate with your daughters or with your sons. I even started meditating. It's so powerful. And I would say, like this morning, I was a bit tired and I meditated in bed. And my daughter woke up and she just laid on in bed. And she just closed her eyes. And I said, do you meditate? Maybe. And so it's so powerful. All right, but the three things I learned, and the reason why I'm such a strong advocate for starting your meditation much earlier than I did. I did it 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I was ready to open up and receive the power of meditation. But could I have turned back time? It's like from could I have turned back time? You know what I've done? I started in my 30s. I started in my 30s when I started joining BP, a high flyer job. There was a lot of nice challenges, going up to the board for asking for money. And so that was my springboard into my executive world and my corporate world. And had I known the power of meditation, I would have done. I started meditating almost 20 years ago, but I didn't, and I'm here, and I'm so happy to share what I learned and encourage you to do that as well, to embrace meditation if you haven't done it yet. And to share today the top 3 what I get every day when I meditate, and what I don't get, and why I build an addiction, or why I become addicted to meditating. All right, the first thing, and I know I don't know how you perceive this or receive this, but when I started meditating, I was encouraged to meditate. I felt okay. They were talking about universe, and I just said, "What is universe?" I don't believe in God per se, but I go to church every so often, and I believe there's something bigger in our universe. I was committed to learn to meditate because I heard few stories about the power of meditation and how people have received the power of meditation. And when I got into it, when I really found peace in the beginning, because it's so important to ground yourself. And during that meditation, what comes down to me, and that is so important for how I live my day today, is I call it universal download. It's the download that tells me who I should talk to. And more importantly, is that how I want this day to be. And I can feel my body reacting now. Do I want peace? Do I want today? It's being conscious of what I do. And what this does to me, and I bet it will have a similar effect in you, and if not bigger, is that because that download comes to you when you meditate and you're in this meditation phase of being so connected to you, to your source of who you really are, not playing a game. You will remember that download, and feel my body reacting now. You remember that download every time a situation might seem to be as a challenge. Every time a situation shows up where you may have to go out of your comfort zone, every time a situation is in your favor, at least what comes to me, and I'm so interested to see if something is different for you, because everything is different, but still, I believe that there are some bigger shared commonalities here. Is that so? Whenever, like, when my daughter doesn't like what I'm saying, or I ask her to do something and she gets aggressive, I remember this download, and this download helps me create the day I want to create today. Boo, that was big. For me, that was really big. And it is big. So today I'm conscious. I'm conscious. And when we have some conflicts of like what's going to be on the breakfast table, and we may not agree. I mean, remember, be conscious. And I'm talking, I'm practicing, I'm rehearsing this every day. And I so more often tune into my source, and that is so powerful, because what happens is that you start to navigate your life, and on the bright side of it, and you're not becoming or falling victim of the situation. You're using your energy consciously. That was the word, conscious. You use your energy consciously, and as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, when you change your energy, you change your life, and it's so important. If you don't know, understand what I say, reach out, because you get to learn what energy is all about. So that is one reason why I continue to meditate, and there's one reason why I teach my clients to meditate. Why my daughter, age 7, she's now meditating in her own pace, and in her own moments. All right. The next thing I have discovered is that I have increased my self-love. And here is that so much theory going into meditation and how to live your best life. The more you love yourself, the more in peace you are. Inner peace is a very strong keyword for me. The more you love yourself, the more chaotic the environment can be, and the more can come your way, but you don't look at it as negative challenges. You just look at, okay, what now? What do we do then? That is always a solution. So my self-love have increased over the last 6 months. And another thing that has increased as well is my trust in myself, self-esteem. And this is much bigger than just saying trust in myself. And where to start? My world, outer world, I can see that as being chaotic. So right now, it's been like this week, Easter. My sister was falling from, no, was falling from, has got corona. My mom and dad had got corona. All right. What about our Easter get-togethers? How do we do that? Before me, me finding before I found inner peace, I would be really concerned, and I would be really heartbroken, and I was so stuck in my concern of it. Yes, I was a bit concerned. I prioritized in the beginning of the week my family above I prioritized a family engagement, and not seeing a friend, because I just had that was my dad was falling ill as well. So I wanted to just make sure that did they need me or did they not need me? So that was my priority, but it didn't fall. I didn't fall kind of in the black hole of being concerned. I didn't say, okay, what do we now? What do we do now? My Easter is kind of falling into pieces. It's okay, what do we do now? And I said that was mine to my daughter. And that why I say inner peace and trust myself is so important. Whatever you are, your world can be chaotic. I know people, and you probably know too. I have people in my network who have families in Ukraine. I'm Okay, that is a chaotic situation, right? How do we help those people? How do we not fall into that black hole of feeling sad? How do we help people rather than feeling? I lost the word right now. I'm so into this. So it's about. Sorry, I lost the word right now. But so giving the empathy and not really just being in the feeling that those same feelings, right? That is so. I forgot the word. Sorry, but that's one reason why how meditation can help you find inner peace when you are in a toxic relationship. I've been there, and that's what I said. Had I known how the power of meditation, I would have done that years ago. And when you have inner peace and when you trust yourself, your outer world can be as chaotic as it will be, and it is. When you're going through a divorce right now, right? Yeah, the world is chaotic. You don't know what's going on right now. You don't know what the next step is. You don't even know maybe how will be, and you linger in pain. Your body lives in the past of the day. You remember the fights you had yesterday, and you are broken. You're heartbroken. You are easy at tears, and you feel grief. You are depressed. You are overwhelmed. There's so many negative emotions coming up, and you will be more receptive of those negative emotions, of those emotions that drain you from energy when you don't have inner peace. That makes so much sense. You can't find inner peace when you are in a traumatic situation. So you have to heal that situation, and then you can find inner peace. And that's why finding inner peace before you actually need it is so important, because you have this extra depot of energy. You saved your energy, and you can just tap into that. And then the more you meditate, the faster you can get into alignment of your source, and the faster you know what meditation to do right now or within the next 5 minutes to ground you and to help you focus on what is most important. And that is what I talk about: trusting myself. I trust my decisions. I trust that I show up every day. I trust that I share my story. I trust that those clients I'm happy to serve and those people I'm happy to serve, I trust that I do it the right way so they will heal fast. It's all about creating a healing. It's all about creating an amazing and abundant life. And that you will reach when you, for example, also meditate, because it's about the abundance, and abundance is built on some platforms, and one of your components on that platform is meditation. You may be with me. And this may resonate with you. I'm so welcoming in your comments. And also, if this doesn't resonate with you, universal download for boom, say, Camilla, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Reach out, let me hear what's not resonating with you, and let's have a conversation. There's always a solution. It's all about talking about it, and then it's about being committed to try and explore, right? So, with this, I will end our morning show for today. If you found value in what I've shared about finding inner peace and what I learned by meditating over the last 6 months, drop me a comment or drop me a comment of what you take away from today and what resonated with you most and what maybe didn't resonate with you the most. And let's have a conversation about that, maybe, as well as take a screenshot of this episode and share it on your favorite social platforms to help your friends and your loved ones thrive through major life transitions. And remember, happiness is real whatever you are on your divorce journey. Happiness is real, or whatever you are and whatever is happening in your world right now, happiness is real as long as you have the right tools. It's all about having the tools to help you find the happiness, because that's all it's like at the end of the tunnel, and the next chapter of your life can truly be your best one yet. It's my honor to be on your journey with you and help you support you through the process. This wraps up today's episode. Remember to tune in for inspiration and practical tools and advice to help you create a more thriving, happy future on the other side of doors. I will be back live at 9:30 a.m. CST on Tuesday, and I'm so looking forward to that. So with this, enjoy the beautiful Saturday. Bye for now.